this opening set will have the ball at the service line with the setter, Macris. We're good to go. Best of 5 sets. Brazil v Russia. Set 1. Away we go. Great pick-up from Leia. Good save from Macris. And over it goes. Little touch on the block gives them an extra play there, Brazil. Leia bumps it out to Paula. And she gets defended by Kurnisova. But not a continuation play from Russia. Great stuff then in the opening rally. And you can just hear this crowd and their reaction. They love their volleyball in this part of the world. And they love to see Brazil playing at the top of their game. Macris to serve again. Good save from Jurenskaya. Carrillo on the floor, and they don't come much bigger than that. What a monster block from Mara. Carrillo hits it hard, but sometimes the harder you hit it, the harder it comes back. And look at this for a kill block. That is monumental. What a start to this game. Great pickup from Macris off the Kalitskaya hit. Oh, wonderful. And Angelina Lazarenko justifies her selection. 21 years of age, the only player plays her volleyball outside of Russia for Valera Lacane over in France. And she's just put a big dent in the floor. Russia on the scoreboard. Lazarenko back to serve. Beautiful. Oh, this is world-class stuff. What a start to this game. Mara with the kill. How high was she off the floor? That was a huge hit. Captain Gabby with a good serve. Kalitskaya is roofed. And this is incredible. What a start. The middle blockers having an absolute field day out there. In fact, that was all Amanda, but a great close. Gabby to serve. Brazil on fire at the moment. Carrillo into the block. Super pickup from Kurnisova. Carrillo goes again. Off the fingers. Yes, Russia get the point. And the Russian players, a couple of them looking a little bit shaken down there. For the likes of Kalitskaya and Jurenskaya and Carrillo, this is all a little bit new for them, this kind of noise. And it is an absolute cacophony. Kalitskaya with the ace. Bang on the line from the Russian opposite. That's the way to defuse this Brazilian volleyball bomb. Not this time, though. Good leave from Amanda, good eye. Good judgment that that serve was going wide. Middle blocker, Mara. Players' correct surnames coming up on our graphics, but as most of you will know that have watched your Brazilian sport over the years, the players have their own first names or nicknames on the shirt. For Russia, much more straightforward. Carrillo to serve, Carrillo on the shirt. Decent pass. Oh, and a wonderful hit. Well, she's got a heavy strapping on the shoulder as Ana Beatriz. But as that shoulder has warmed up this week, she's thumped this ball harder and harder. Good find from Macris, the setter, on that quick, very quick first tempo set to the middle player. Paula. Kalitskaya on the pipe. It's quite unusual the way the Russians run that. the lefty, not going wide because Captain Efimova's already there in front court, so has to come down that middle channel. And Kalatskaya has not covered herself in glory in the early phases of this match. Russia do have another opposite option. With Brazil not being the tallest block, Kuznetsova might get some time. Too good. This is just too good. And Brazil storm into an 8-4 lead at the first technical timeout in a breathless opener to what should be another classic from the VNL.
Posiciona bem, na margem, sentiu que passou a bola, Bia, joga, tá? Joga pra lá porque a Leia tá aqui, tá? Sentiu que ela ficou curta, vai na bola, sentiu que ela passou.
She's so calm and so focused, Leia, in the blue shirt, just being given some directives about where she should be on court, what she should be doing, and in relation to the pass she needs to get in for Ana Beatriz, not just to attack but also where Beatriz is going to block and therefore where Leia should be defending. Just takes it all on board, nods sagely, and she'll go out and make the dig. Wide. A lashing spike from Yurinskaya. And it isn't just the relationship with the players next to each other on court, but sometimes front to back court, and in particular middle blocker to defensive specialist. Well, that's a very quick timeout for Alexander Kruzilnikov to call for Russia. But just feels there's a bit too much momentum out there on court for Brazil at the moment. Russia haven't done much wrong. They've played with control, they've played forcefully. They've not made too many errors. But Brazil have been at their fearsome best in the early stages of this best of 5-set match. Paula, deep serve, well controlled by Kuznetsova. Free ball. And you just get the feeling at the moment off a free ball that Brazil are going to do whatever they want. And they are running this Russian block ragged. Look at that, Efimova completely guessed wrong. Went with Ana Beatriz. And Romanova, the smallest blocker on the Russian side of the net. Easy pickings for Amanda. Good service run this from Paula. Workload being shared, Amanda, Paula and Mara, all with 2 kills each. Gabby yet to open her account, but that's fine from her point of view. Wants to see the other teammates contributing. Great pass, Leia again. This is out, but only just. Russia having to work very hard for their points. And good application to the task from Yurinskaya. She meant that last one, went as hard as she could at the hands of Amanda. Sends the Russian captain back to the service line, who just want to try and calm a few things down here at Efimova. Decent serve, ace right into the corner. Second ace for Russia. One from Kalatskaya. And then one from the captain, Efimova, off seemingly innocuous serves, just well placed, deep into the court. Nice pass from Gabby, wide to Amanda. And the crease once again goes to Amanda. Anna Beatrice takes over. Amanda, third time of asking, says you touched it. Referee says he agrees. And we might get a challenge here from Russia. If the Russian players in the block both believe that there was no touch on this. It's Lazarenko and Romashova. No, Romashova actually saying she did touch it. Some of the other Russian players hadn't seen that. Net touch. Probably set her Romashova as she came in to make this play. It's got a little too tight. Yeah, just hit the bottom of the net. So we do get to see another awkward Amanda serve. This has got to be the most difficult pre-serve routine to watch. Nicely done. And the change is relatively early. New on court, Sofia Kuznetsova, replacing Maria Kaletskaya, who, to be honest, looked all at sea at the start of this match. And I can promise you, Kuznetsova batters the ball. She hits it really hard. And with this Brazilian block not being the tallest in the world, this might be the match to get her involved in. An unusual, uncharacteristic error from Gabby. 4 points in it. Oh, 2 in a row. 2 touched aces for Romanova. That's got the Russian fans whistling and cheering. Not that you'd hear them, though. Completely outnumbered in this stadium. Better. Oh, no. 3 errors in a row from Brazil. And that's allowing Russia back into the mix here. And Paula long. Timeout, Brazil.
Deu duplo, é que eu falei para a Bia o negócio de ou tempo atrás para abrir a Paula para lá, tá? Nós podemos perder o contra-ataque. Atenção só que elas vão fazer barreira, tá? Então tem que sair um pouquinho e começar de novo. Deixa a Paula, mantém a Bia para lá, deixa a Paula aqui no meio.
Several coaches at work, not just Roberto Guimaraes' voice, but same with the Russian bench. The assistant coaches all there feeding information into the mix. And it's important. It's important to have that information. It can be critical. You go up for a big hit at a huge point in the game, and you've got in mind what the coach has said about where the players are. That can be the difference between scoring the point and losing the point. Nice comeback from Gabby. Russia have really gone after Gabby on the service, but coped with the last 2 passes. They were never in doubt, were they, that their captain was going to get back on the score sheet. First point for Gabby then. Anna Beatrice with the serve. Will it come back? No, not quite. Good effort. Kuznetsova, the new opposite player on court, has done just enough to keep Kaletskaya on the bench for the moment. Yurinskaya, long. Players using the jump float serve more often than not to try and contact the ball above the net. Send it flat and fast towards the opponent's court. Just like that from Macrease. Good pass, though. Easy dig for Leia. What a hit from Paula. Well, she crunches it. She was way off form against the Dominican Republic, though, yesterday, but not completely down to her. Dominican Republic didn't really let her play. Good attempt from Kuznetsova. Oh, brilliant. Yurinskaya rolls it into play. Free ball for Brazil, though. Oh, Paula going high at the block, and it just balloons over the head of Leia. No chance to defend this one. One-on-one block as well from Carrillo. Exceptional play from the number 11 for Russia. Lazarenko service. Mara doesn't get the contact in the middle she was looking for. Macris doesn't quite find her. And Ekaterina Efimova gets herself on the score sheet with a block. Her second point after the ace serve. Back to a 2-point game. Back to Lazarenko at the service line. Good dig from Romanova. Kuznetsova pokes it over the block. Great pickup from Leia. Oh, it's down. It is straight down. Second monster block in this match from Mara. What a pickup. So a mega rally finished by a monster block. It's got everything, this one. And in fact, most of it in that block was the outside player, Paula, but it went across her hands, and the last bit of the block was supplied by Mara. Great double up to finish the mega rally. 16-13, Brazil lead at the technical timeout. Brazil's volleyball structure, overseen by some seriously good coaches, just develops a huge pool of talent. Quite a brutal system in some ways, because a lot of very talented players don't find out until a couple of weeks out from the Olympic Games whether they are in or out of the squad. But in terms of world level elite sport, it's so crucial to have that pool of talent, of players coming through. And it is a highly developed system in Brazil. Three blockers get the stop, but not the shutdown. Carrillo off the hands. What a play. What a play from Macris. And that is such an unusual defensive move that it completely caught Russia out. Gets her hands up just in time here. And it comes off the arms and over. And the players staring at their captain. That really was Efimova's ball to block. But the Russian middle blocker didn't do it. 5-point advantage, Brazil. Russian timeout. Much better start for Paula in this game. Those opposite players, as we know, are key to the performance of the big teams. They need power, they need personality, but they need to be consistent, and Paula just didn't have that yesterday against the Dominican Republic. She was good on day one against China, and she started this one nicely. 4 points then to her. Top scorer at the moment on the Brazilian side. Carrillo into Mara's block, and Mara just fading from the net. Kuznetsova back to serve. Oh, that's a massive service error. Almost had the whole foot in court there. Just got the throw wrong, and if you toss it too far in front of yourself, You can take off from behind the baseline, jump into court and hit it, but you have to have hit it before your foot touches the floor. And that was a shocker from Kuznetsova. Back to Brazil, back to Mara. Carrillo passes. Carrillo to hit. And that's what swing attacking is all about. The swing hitters originally came into the system courtesy of USA Volleyball, where the wing spikers suddenly became the fundamental passers, the service reception unit, who then swing out to hit through the wing. So Carrillo scores one, misses one. Double sub, regular feature now of international volleyball. So Roberta, the new setter on court, goes to the back line. And on comes the replacement opposite, Lorena, 23-year-old Rexona player, 187 tall. She'll play the front 3 rotations, and then that substitution will be reversed. And Brazil will keep big blockers in the front line. Well up from Roberta. Ana Beatriz goes wide to Amanda. And it's out. Another point for Amanda's tally. She goes to 4. Paula's on 4. Mara on 2 for the Russian team. Carrillo, the leading light at the moment. She's got 4 points. But they've been pretty much blown away in this set. Adjustment to the antenna. That antenna is in line with the outside lines on both sides of the net. And the red and white stick goes out of the net, but effectively that line extends all the way through to the top of the ceiling in the arena. Not that the ball will ever go anywhere near a huge arena ceiling like this, but that indicates the out point. So the ball has to pass between those antennae. That has to pass between the theoretical extension of those antennae to the ceiling. And in the modern system, these antennae are basically screwed onto the net, top and bottom. Sometimes they do come off. Repairs complete. Roberta has to endure the delay, but she'll serve. Backup setter on court. Oh, what a way to find an ace. And in fact, the delay seemed to affect Russia more. Kunasova with a poor pass. No attacking rhythm in that at all, so Kuznetsova trundles in for the hit, but with no real impetus, no real commitment. And had to change direction as well. Roberta. Right, Matvieva in for Romanova, so 16-year-old setter on court for Russia. And she's done that too many times, so she's done it pretty well in a couple of games previously, but Ana Beatriz has been shown the video by coach Roberto Gamares to say, look, if Matvieva comes on, first thing she's going to do is go over on 2, you roof her. Set points, plenty of them for Brazil. On the reverse, oh, it's come off the block and hit the Russian captain on the way down. A 10-point margin of victory in set 1, 25 points to 15. Superb block by Amanda out wide. And Russia, after a lively start, just blown away, humbled in set 1. Brazil are flying in Brasilia. Brazil at their brilliant best. Great highlights from set one and some superb statistics. The scoreline 25-15, but a lot of those points were created just by Brazilian pressure. Good work at the net, superb blocking. A couple of monster blocks thrown in there for good measure. And then huge services forcing lots of errors from the Russian passing unit. And Brazil in complete control here. Well, having been fortunate enough to watch a few really big finals in Brazil, the noise that this Brazilian crowd can generate can cause all sorts of issues for the opposition. It's pretty loud when you go back to the service line. But for coaches, how do you get your message across when the crowd are making this noise? It's really difficult to shout that information in the timeouts. And you could see Alexander Krasilnikov was having exactly that problem. Trouble communicating his message in the din of the Nelson Gymnasium. Russia then have to find a way back into this match. The excitement, by the way, in the background is all about these massive inflatable Mikasa volleyballs that are being thumped around the crowd. There you go, in the background there. Time for the crowd to stop playing. Time for the players to get it on again down there on the court. Set two, away we go. Russia lead by 1-0. In fact, Brazil lead by 1-0. I'm getting caught up in all of this as well. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. She's got a similar arm action to Jiba as Gabby. Just brings it up and around and over the top of the shoulder. And the timing, stunning. The power, irresistible. It's long. Brazil won't challenge. Now, it doesn't often happen, but this is what happens when the timing goes wrong, and they are operating right on the edge of the envelope. Look at that, 4 attackers running to the net, and Macris trying to find any one of those 4 with a rapid set, and every so often it just goes wrong. Ana Paula doing what she's on court to do, getting Brazil out of a jam. Just whipping that off the outside fingertips of Carrillo. Mara to serve. Carrillo returns the favour with the tip off Paula's block. Not a great set from Romanova, just too tight. Kuznetsova has kept her place on court ahead of Kalatskaya. Good reuse from Ana Beatriz. Brilliant pick-up from Pilipenko. Brazil go again. And Russia block again. Brilliant from Russia. Look at this for a pick-up. What a reaction. Pilipenko was backpedaling for defence. And then look at this change of speed. And Romanova will be very pleased with that block. Kuznetsova mighty close to another foot fault there. Free ball. It's not the best of shots. It was too low for captain Ekaterina Efimova on this runaround. And she's hit that cleverly. Now watch how close Kuznetsova's feet get to the line here. No. Overcooked it. Do like the look of Kuznetsova though. Looks like a very handy player in the making. And she's got power to burn. That is just spectacular. Efimova didn't connect particularly well with her attack, but she's connected with that block. There's the crowd contributing. Well played, Ana Beatriz. Finds herself as one of the senior players in this team now, alongside Gabby and Amanda. 27 years of age. There's Ana Beatriz. There's the Amanda serve again. Took me about a year to realise that she wasn't dropping the ball. And she'll take the ace. She's pretty fired up. Here's Amanda. 30 years of age now. And will certainly have a starring role to play through the rest of this Olympic cycle. Another good serve. Jurinskaya though with a decent pass. Carrillo picked up. Ana Beatriz battling at the net. And boy, did they like that one. What a dig from Paula, and what a reaction from Ana Beatriz. She doesn't jump particularly high. Her stats are both sub 3 meters for spike and block. It's all about timing and position. Russian captain stops the scoring run. Another good attack on the reverse from Efimova. Better contact this time. It almost needs no words. That was poetry in motion from the stunning pass that Leia delivered through the wonderful set from Macris to the brutal spike from Gabby. Kuznetsova, heavy hit but wide. Brazil force their way into the lead at the first technical timeout. Amanda Francisco, 30 years of age now, from the Rexona club in the Brazilian A-League. Partner in crime with Gabby in that wing spiking position. Fearsome competitor. And she's really got her teeth into this game, I can tell you. Really meant that block on Efimova in set 1 to finish things off. She's having a ball down there on court with the rest of this Brazilian team. One of the fans' favourites, Amanda, 6 points. Leading scorer for Brazil at the moment. Russian libero comes back on the court. Both she and Pilipenko operate in different parts of the game, so generally speaking, Kurnisova is the service reception libero. Pilipenko is the defensive brilliance. What a pick up from Kurnisova. Net touch, Russian point. Balance key in blocking. If you overbalance or lose your balance, then it's easy to touch the net. Good pass from Gabby. Off the fingers, Mara scores again for Brazil. Her third point of the encounter so far. She takes the ball high, does Mara. 320 spike reach for the middle player. Into the net from Carrillo. Saved herself the embarrassment of getting blocked, I guess, because that was coming back. Macris. This is the rotation that Brazil started with so successfully. Just out off the block, well manoeuvred. Kuznetsova it was. Just getting enough on this to go off the outside hand of Paula. Another net touch. Well, an athletic kill from Lazarenko. That was a spectacular effort from the 21-year-old. Stands 1.93 m, so 6'4". Free ball Russia. Now on the line. That might be challenged. Referee's giving it Russia's way here, but that was mighty close to the sideline. Now Brazil going to have a look at this. Challenge requested by Brazil. Was it in or was it out off the block? It has touched the line. It's a stuff block, a kill block. It's a point for Brazil. Great challenge. Gabby just looking across to Coach Guimaraes to confirm where he wants her to serve. Deep corner. Kuznetsova. Well, she hits it as hard as anybody out there, does Kuznetsova. She has properly cranked that one. Didn't like getting blocked on the last point. Determined not to have it happen again. Oh, one-handed reverse set to Paula. Macris showboating. What a play from the setter. As long as it's clean, it's legal. Great finish as well from the opposite spiker, Paula. Good dig. Well up from Amanda. Paula off the wing and off the block. Oh, what a shot. But it was all started by a wonderful cross-court dig from Amanda, under control as well. And that is some movement. Wonderful footwork from Paula to put that away. Ace. The crowd are cheering and chanting. That's what they want from Mara. They nearly get it. Big hit from Carrillo. She's got a piece of the block. Point Russia, and once again this excitement in the crowd diffused. That was messy, but Russia win the point. big shot, really big shot from Paula. And boy, is she doing her job today. Every single thing she's been asked to do, she has done it. And with serious power. Look at this hit. Whoa, Yurinskaya. Fabulous reactions. Russia can't quite bring it back into play. Paula with the serve off the front court now, so she'll operate attacking from the back line. Good off pace. That is really good from Carrillo. It's not easy to beat Leia from there, but she has. Way too big from Carrillo. Russia competing in set 2 after being thumped in set 1. There we go. Oh dear. I will never get used to watching that service routine. It is bizarre. That, though, is much more straightforward. Another monster block from Brazil. Yurinskaya hits it hard, but hits it straight into the arms of Gabi. Three-woman block getting used more and more in this sport. But it requires practice, it requires real athleticism from the players. So 16-13 Brazil at the second technical timeout. Shoulders slumped there, and a few quite glum expressions in the Russian timeout zone. You can understand how they're feeling because they've put in a huge effort in set 2 and they're still 3 points down going into the business end. But that's elite volleyball. Off the block and past Amanda, who just arrived a little bit late for her defensive duties there. The Mexican wave in Brasilia. Long. Russia won't challenge. Good judgment by Leia and the service reception unit. Big hit from Gabi. Takes a touch off the Russian block. Russia disagree. Some debate here, and it's ended in a request for a challenge. So the Russian block say no touch. It certainly didn't hit the court. And that is a good challenge. Romanova is the player, the setter, that initiated that challenge. And it is Russia's point, much to the chagrin of the Brazilian supporters. A terrific match. Good pick up from Carrillo, sprawling effort. Free ball, Brazil though. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is huge. That has bounced off the floor and out of the playing area. Stunning hit. Mara sticks another point on the board. 5 now through that middle playing position. 3 attacks, 2 blocks. Good dig. It's in play. And a great slow down block. Brazil for the point. They got it. Another exceptional rally. And you just got that feeling, didn't you, as they defended relentlessly, that this was going to go their way. Paula provides the finishing touch for her 9th point of the game. Look at Leia down there, calm as you like. Not getting involved with all the celebrations, just keeping her focus on her game.
A bola na primeira bola, ela pega alto, mas ela não fecha. Ela alonga, ela bateu aqui no bico, ela bateu no meio da quadra. Ela não joga dentro para o número 3. As outras, o importante é juntar, não. Elas recebem perto. É, longe, chute, pô. Fica, jogando, se joga. Paula!
So Roberto Gomares just leaving his assistant coach to do the work on that last one. Zé Roberto, as he's known, having a word directly with the setter Macris, who's just about to serve. Free ball. And it's out. It's just a free point. Forget free ball. That's poor from Russia. 2015. New player coming in, Matvieva again, a teenager. Been very impressed with the 16-year-old. This is a huge step up for her. Massive block from Gabi. And at the moment, everything this Brazilian team touches turns to gold. Good pick up Macris. Leia shovels it out to Paula. It's coming up tight to the net. Well saved. And it's missed. Well, this is incredible. Russia were competing in this set. And then from that second technical timeout onwards, they've been blown away. Leia doing very well to take evasive action for that ball going out. 22-15 Brazil. Well, Russia not out of this yet, and as we've seen so many times in the past where volleyball is concerned, anything can happen as a game moves on, as a team's form fluctuates. But at the moment, Brazil irresistible. They really are. And Russia, every single player with the demeanour of acceptance, accepting their fate in this game. And back half of this second set, they've been pummeled again. Power tip from Kuznetsova. This is mighty close to a throw, this. Well, I'm sure those of you that play watching at home will have your opinions on that last one. The fans certainly have their opinions, having seen the slow-mo. Back in play. McCrease goes quick again. This time to Mara. He's coming back. Oh, would you believe it? As soon as Brazil managed to pinball that one back over the net, you just had the feeling there was a monster block coming. Now we got a challenge. We saw Krasilnikov use a challenge yesterday simply to waste time, simply to slow the match up on a challenge he was never going to win. Now, of the things that could happen on this particular challenge, it could be requesting a look to see if the net was touched by the Brazilian blocker. The ball off the block certainly went in, certainly looked good. There we go, there's a ping on the net there. We might have to have a little look earlier in that sequence to confirm, but the referee's seen as much as he needs to see. And as the Brazilian players moved into position to block, one of them just caught the net with their hand. I suspect it was either Mara or Paula. And Coach Krasilnikov has pulled off a blinder of a challenge there, followed by a stinker of a serve. All that work to earn the ball and earn the point, just gone, just like that. 2 points required for Brazil for a 2-0 lead. Butter wouldn't melt when you look at her waiting to serve one of the most powerful players in the game. Gavi. Decent serve. Oh, and a wonderful block. How many times have Brazil done this now? Straight down on the floor. Tainara, new player on court. But it's Mara that gets all of it. Monster block for Mara. Plenty of set points again, because Netsova is roofed unceremoniously. And Tainara comes on as a sub and does her job. And just like that, from a position where they were competing, Russia, for their second set in a row, have just been blown away. Not sure we'll see Kuznetsova come out for the third. Kalitskaya, I think, probably has to come back in here. Well, when Brazil do it, the sport of volleyball, they really do it in style. So 25-17 from a position where Russia were really competing in set two. Brazil in the business end just pulled away. And those stats are impressive. Continuing to rain spikes down, continuing to block so well at the net. And all 5 of those blocks were massive monster blocks. 1-ace serve, too many errors from Russia. And Brazil lead here in Brasilia by 2 sets to love. Becoming a very popular feature in arenas around the world. The light show on the phones. Is there a way back for Brazil in this match? I suspect not. For Russia, sorry, I suspect not though, if Brazil keep playing like they're playing. And it's not just the fact that they've been so good in offense, it's the commitment of the players in the defensive areas of the game. And that's been the issue for the Russian spikers. If they've missed the block, they've been dug in the back line. That's how good Brazil have been defensively today. So it makes them take the block on and go tighter and tighter. And consequently, that brings the centre players into it. Beatriz and Mara, if they can get across the net, if they can penetrate, that ball is going down. Crowd getting involved. Waltzing with the lights on the phones. Well, it always used to be the case back on the World Grand Prix and certainly over in Japan that if the first 2 sets were quick, then there'd be some entertainment between sets 2 and 3, and we've got on a lesser scale, we've got that happening right here in the Nelson Gymnasium. I remember on one occasion watching a match in Japan. It went 2 sets to love, Japan in the lead, and they wheeled out a jazz band on coasters. I'm not kidding you. They pushed this jazz band right into the middle of the court, and we were treated to a couple of bits of Dixieland jazz. Wheeled off again, match got underway. We'll be back underway here very shortly. What a treat for the fans. There has been some simply spectacular volleyball. Kuznetsova has kept her place on court. I'm surprised about that. As well as she's played, I think this will be an excellent opportunity for Maria Kalatskaya to get some experience in this tricky situation. See if she can get her team out of trouble. Macri serves. Russia attack through Carrillo. Leia digs. And Paula has got it off the block. Now, if Russia disagree, they'll challenge. But it looks to me, no, it's actually a net touch. So she had missed the court, she had missed Carrillo's fingers, but Carrillo just touched the net. And this should be another point for Brazil. They're going to have to go again. Reuse play. In comes Gabby. Can't beat the block on this occasion. Paula. She can. Lines it. And Kunasova just not up to the task. Once again, Leia supreme. She plays that role of feeding the ball to Macri so well. Oh dear. And the wheels are coming off for the team in blue. Just like set one, Macri starting with a really good service run. Yurinskaya, the latest culprit to shank a pass. Good call from Leia. Gabby was interested in trying to turn around and play that, and Leia just shouted to her, It's out. Roberto Guimarães would dearly love to finish strongly here in Brasilia. Teams all jet off to their next destinations next Tuesday, the next round of group matches as we go through the early phases of the VNL. And a net touch denies Leia another exquisite pickup off the Carrillo spike. Crowd having a lovely time tonight, really enjoying what they're watching. Heavy hit from Mara. These are the weakest rotations for the team where the middle blocker serves and has to come on and play defense. You really ideally want your libero there. Late reaction in the end from Amanda. So the ball hits the floor off of the Gabby spike. It's Carrillo again, not the cleanest of blocks, but it's a really nice read to get to the point where the ball's crossing the net. Goodness. Everything going Brazil's way. I mean, everything. Super pass from Amanda. And because they have so many hitting options, it's okay for a wing spiker to commit and go to the floor and take themselves out of the attack, because there's 3-4 other attackers waiting. This is a joy to watch at the moment from Brazil. If you're a Russian fan, you will not be enjoying this at all. Close your eyes for the next few minutes, because a few minutes, I think, is all it's going to take Brazil in this kind of form. Crease on the reverse to Paula. And another point goes Brazil's way, this time courtesy of a net touch by the Russian team. And the first technical timeout of set 3 is approaching rapidly. And it has arrived. 8-2. Brazil dominant. Well, a couple of years ago, the fear was that Gabby's career was going to be over. Gabriela Braga had to have some pretty serious knee surgery following the 2016 games. Made a tentative return to the VNL last year and did look good. But a year of club volleyball, and comes into year 2 of the VNL looking like the finished article. It's great to see her back out there and playing, and she will be key once again to Brazil's success during the course of this year. Gabby, at the moment, firing on all cylinders for a Brazilian team that is firing across the board. She's got 7 points, Amanda's 6. Paula doing the job today, 13 points for her. And Mara, good return from the middle blocker on 7. Best scorer for Russia, Carrillo, once again on 10 points. And we resume after the technical timeout. 8-2 Brazil, mountain to climb for Russia. And it's just got worse. Matvieva, the youngster, with the set and the double touch. Cost Matvieva her place, so Romanova back on as the setter. Well put away by Lazarenko. Incredibly impressed with her in yesterday's match with China, which Russia won in the end fairly easily. China, though, managing to get a win on the board at last, beating the Dominican Republic today and ruining Dominican Republic's statistics for this week, which up to that point have been magnificent. Another kill, this time through the middle from Ana Beatriz. Easy read, picked up by Macrease. Bumped out wide to Paola. That just allows the block to organise. As soon as a hitter is isolated, the blockers will be all over them. And a monster block from Russia. It's taken a time to come, and it goes to Lazarenko, who still remains a thoroughly impressive player in the middle position. Well, I was just going to say, surely there can't be a way back into this set for Russia, but there will be if Brazil too much of that. Another error, this time from Ana Beatriz. And that's got the Russian fans up on their feet. 5 points in it. This is coming back. Yurinskaya rolls it down the line. Macrease gets it wide to Amanda, but the ball was fading away from the net. And again, rather like the first set, a whole run of errors here from Brazil, letting Russia back into this. Did it touch anything? Oh, it did. It caught the pinky finger of Kuznetsova. What a good review from Brazil. Well, that's caught everybody out, but the hitter knew. The hitter saw that, hit the finger. And that's the value of the challenge system. Great call from Amanda. Good pick up there. Super quick outside, and that's the way to do it. So Leia's just made a dream dig. It's gone right on Macrease's head. Now watch the speed that Macrease sets this ball. Just pings it out. Leaves no time for Russia to settle and set. And Gabby just threw it like a knife through butter. Timeout called by Russia. 11-5 Brazil. Well, as a player, if you work with a coach long enough, then you'll start to understand how they do things. You'll start to see the various phases that they go through. And as the Russian players will have noted, Alexander Krasilnikov is currently at rubbing temple phase. Never a good sign. It's a valiant effort from the Russian fans in the crowd here in Brasilia. I think it's going to prove fruitless. Amanda serves. Yurinskaya blocked back onto her. So they get a carry on or a continuation, and it's coming back again. But no, says Gabby. Not in my house. Well patrolled by the number 10. Brazil rampant. Just makes the Dominican Republic's victory yesterday all the more special. Overpass. Dispatched. No. So this is going to go against Brazil because Ana Beatriz touched this while it was still technically in Russian airspace. And because it wasn't the third hit that was coming over the net, she had no right to really push at this. But Brazil going to ask for a challenge anyway. I think this one has been called or influenced by the experienced Ana Beatriz. She's that kind of player. If she turns to the coach and says, I want you to look at this, he probably will. Alexander Krasilnikov just using the time to chat to his players, while at the same time looking rather nervously over his shoulder. Okay, well, that ball was definitely playable, and it definitely was not a net touch. Full marks, Ana Beatriz. Well, I thought she played that over on the Russian side of the net. That wasn't the issue at all. It was the fact that the first official thought she touched the net when she played it. It was the ball. 14-5 Brazil. It's another towering effort in the block from Gabi, but this one has gone wide of the court. Kuznetsova brings the heat yet again, the number 25. Well, you know things are bad when you've got to play out of your skin to make things just as bad as the other sets. This has got certainly the opportunity to be even worse for Russia in set 3, having lost the first 2 sets to 15 and 17. Oh dear. Brilliant. Patient from Brazil, bit of precision involved in making sure that play happened. Kuznetsova, lovely off-pace roll there, that worked, but Ana Beatriz got down to make the defensive play. And Paula applied the finish. I mean, that is her real name, Ana Paula. She likes to go by the name of Paula, but Ana Paula was one of the legends a couple of decades ago in Brazilian women's volleyball. So quite difficult to wear that name on the back of your shirt. So Paula is what she settled for. And the second technical timeout arrives. Well, nobody wants to get thumped in an international fixture, but Russian players must be in awe of what Brazil are doing to them this evening. Ten-point lead for Brazil. Ana Beatriz to serve. Overpass. Mara waits for it. And it's another point. Brazil, not one of their best by any means, but it all counts. Mara deciding not to hit the overpass, but to pass it herself, and Macris didn't quite find her there. But to be fair to Macris, Mara didn't really leave the ground. Not a great attack, but it's produced a point. Vorobeva is... Oh, Vorobeva is on. And on for a bit of treatment. Look at that. Maria Vorobeva, 20 years of age, from the Zareki club. Hits it hard. But a case there of the Brazilian blockers saying, welcome to the game, Maria. 18-6. Last throw of the dice for Russia with this timeout.
Включить голову, голова не работает ни у кого сейчас. Дальше на силу. Скинь, вывел, скинь котел.
A couple of options really for Alexander Krasilnikov in those timeouts. Keep shouting at his players, keep demanding of his players, or just ask everyone where they want to go for dinner this evening, because they'll be heading there very shortly. Beautiful performance from Brazil. Haven't let Russia into the 20s yet. And Russia disintegrating before our eyes, I'm afraid. This is not great. Roberta in for Macris, so Roberto Guimarães just taking a bit of time, taking the opportunity to give Roberta some time out there on court, playmaking for this group of athletes. I think he wants to see her working with Ana Beatriz and Mara through the middle in particular, and also feeding some opposite ball to Paula. 13-point lead, Brazil. Efimova asking for the touch. Russia are going to have to challenge if they want to get this point. Challenge is requested. And they're asking if Efimova's shot clipped the Brazilian block on its way out of court. You can very often tell now, because the players know they're going to be banged to rights on the slow-mo, you can very often tell whether a player has touched it, because they will react. Now, is that a little wiggle of the pinky finger? It is another pinky finger touch. That is microscopic, but brilliantly picked up by the Hawkeye challenge system. And at last, Russia get off 6. Dear me. Now the new player on court, Voroveva, missing by some distance. They just refusing to let the ball die here. Russia have to fight again. Off pace, dug by Roberta, bumped up to Paula. Point over. Look at the commitment. Cracking pickup from Gabby. Roberta reacts to keep it in play. And then the final bump set to Paula, who has not missed a thing today. 15 points for her. Roberta Ratzke with the serve again. Good pick up. Pilipenko. Free ball. Brazil go again. Paula. Great dig from Yerenskaya. Free ball again. Third time of asking for Brazil. Paula once again. And it's as good as a combination attack, going back to the same player but with disguise for a second go. That's a beautiful set from Roberta. And Paula only too willing in that opposite position. Amanda leaves the court. Tanara comes in. Guimarães trying to get a few of the bench out there for a bit of court time and experience in front of the home crowd. Good dig. Tanara straight into the action. Oh! Well, Russia must be wondering what they've got to do here to kill the ball. New libero on court, Natalia for Leia, and just as impressive. Just couldn't quite recycle. FM over to serve. 22-8 the score to Brazil. It's been a masterclass from the team in yellow today. And any thought of Brazil not taking this game now? Completely expunged. It really doesn't matter what Russia do from here. Brazil just need 2 more kills for a very impressive and score improving 3-0 victory. Kalinskaya back on the court for Kuznetsova. Great kill. Unfortunately for Russia, they have made it into double figures. Romanova with the serve. Roberta feeds Paula, it's hit the antenna. So that means it's out. And as Pilipenko indicates, it's Russia's point. No, it didn't hit the antenna, it just went wide of the court. My apologies. Either way, point to Russia. Ooh, good pick up off the block from Italia. Russia determined to get some more points here. And they do so. Kalinskaya really nicely guided off-pace attack to the line. Good work this from Russia, showing some real character. Here's the chance though. Not taken. Roberta on the reverse to Paula. Great recycle here. Gabby goes to the ceiling. Lovely pass. But the block is good. And Brazil are 1 point away from a remarkable victory this evening. Tainara it is. She's been exceptional since she's come on court. More substitutions. Lara Santos to see if she can serve this out for Brazil. Kalinskaya with the pass. On the reverse to Carrillo. She's still hammering away. I think she's too impressed with the situation. Still a shed load of match points for Brazil. Tainara hits it hard, but hits it long. It's just about to start the celebrations and had to stop them. Russia trying to put an air of respectability on this scoreline. They can't, because Tainara, second time of asking, puts it away for an impressive Brazilian win at 3-0. But it's the nature of the scores in each set that makes this really special. Russia have been humbled here in Brasilia. They've been thumped. 25-15, 25-17, 25-14. And Brazil romp home to a second victory here in week 1 of the VNL. And that won't do their score any problem at all. 3 points in the bank for the 3-0 win. Plus a real improvement to the set score and point score ratios. after that drubbing of their Russian opponents. So a single victory for Russia against China. That lost to the Dominican Republic to start things off on day one. And then a huge defeat to a very impressive Brazilian team on day three. Great team spirit down there. Good to see that kind of reaction from the players and the coaches. Just shows you how seriously they were taking this game, how much was riding on this result, and how they feel that that has got this VNL campaign up and running. Didn't see anything of the tall Julia Bergman today. Julia B. A tough time of it yesterday when she came on. Well, so much of what Brazil did was right. Everything they touched, as I said at one point, just turned to gold. And then in terms of the engine, the thing that makes everything tick, it's your ability to get the ball into that green zone for the setter. If it's there, all the attackers are available. And 62% of the time, it was there for Russia. 80% of the time, it was there for Brazil. And that means Brazil could run the offense they wanted to run. And as a consequence, they have demolished Russia. So confirmation then of our results this week. Big wins for the Dominican Republic, although they lose 3-1 to China on the final day. 3-0, fabulous result for Brazil over Russia. And a good win for the Netherlands against Korea. Turkey march on with a demolition of Serbia. Italy beat Germany and Poland beat Thailand. What a day for Brazil. What a day for the fans. That was a top draw performance for Captain Gabby and her Brazilian superstars. Another really enjoyable day on the VNL. Another fantastic week as we start the 2019 season. Thank you for watching today, and thank you for being part of the game.